fasting is between me and my creation. I am the only one who is aware whether they are truly fasting or not. And you know, when Allah makes that reference, I am the one that knows whether my servants are truly fasting, He's not talking about refraining from food and water. No, He's talking about something else, whether this person has held back all of his emotions, all of his limbs, all of his movements, in order to only practice and do what is good. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will declare that surely للصائم فرحتان فرحة عند فطره وفرحة عند لقاء ربه. Surely for a fasting person there are two kinds of rewards. The time when he breaks his fast, يعني towards the end of the day, Allah rewards him. He says, yes, my servant, indeed today you observed fasting the way I wanted you to observe it. You did not lie, you did not gossip, you did not misbehave, you did not drink, you did not eat, you were kind to your parents, kind to your neighbors, you were honest at work. Honest at work. No, man, these are Americans. You can cheat them. You can do, you know what? Visa cards. We use it, we then break the cards and run overseas. بيجوز. أنا عندي فتوى بتقول عندك فتوى? I have a fatwa that allows me to abuse the banking system in this country under the disguise of what? They are kuffar. Hello. They are kuffar, meaning they are non-believers. The one who says that, absolutely, brother, I agree with you. Yes. Why? You know why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the most emphatic terms in the Quran, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the most emphatic terms, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not make you not be kind towards those who did not fight you or did not take you away from your homes, to be good and kind to them and to treat them with justice and equity. What does that mean? Simple. Allah is saying, those who do not fight you, those who do not force you out of your homes, you should be good to them. You should be kind to them. You should respect them. You should also honor the laws that they actually manifest and they follow in their own countries. You go and ask all of Maraja of Taqleed, who do you want? Sayyid al-Sistani, Allah yatawwal bi'umruh. Sayyid Muhammad Hussain Fadlullah, rahmatullah ala ruh al-tahira. السيد الخوئي رحمة الله عليه، السيد الخامنئي، مين بدكم؟ بشير النجفي، إسحاق الفياض، محمد سعيد الحكيم، all the مراجع، السيد كمال الحيدري، all the مراجع of تقليد today. سماحة آية الله المرجع الشيخ عبد اللطيف بري، all they have one fatwa. What is it? You're not allowed to violate the laws of the country that you live in. Full stop, period. Period. Don't tell me you have a fatwa, okay? Don't tell me you have some sort of a religious edict that allows you to abuse the law of the land you are in. You're not allowed. You are actually violating the laws of the land. Even some Maraja of Taqleed went to the extreme of saying in regard to the obedience of certain laws, such as Ayatollah Sistani, for example, he says you're not allowed to break traffic laws or rules. So you imagine you're driving on Warren or Schaefer, okay? وما في حدا بالشارع, there is no one on the road. It's red light camera, or it's red light, you don't need to be concerned about the camera. You don't have cameras in the state of Michigan. يعني into lucky guys. Huh? You don't have red cameras with the speed cameras in the state of Michigan, right? But that should not allow you to break the law. You look over your shoulder, is there a trooper? ما في trooper, yalla, floor it, okay? No one is seeing me. No one is seeing you. Allah is seeing you. Your consciousness is not to the one driving next to you. Your consciousness is whether Allah is observing you or not. And if you believe that Allah's watchful eye is constantly on you, you know what? Honest to God, if we lived in a community that was God conscious, we will put troopers out of work. Because no one will violate any law, because that law is already embedded in their hearts and minds. No one will break the law. No one will enter his neighbor's property. Just like once I was interpreting to someone in court and he had stolen a DVD player. يا عمي هذا شو اسمه؟ اسمه Muslim. He has a Muslim name and I'm coming to interpret for him. So the judge says, did you steal that DVD? He said, yes. This guy is confessing, you know, and there is nothing worse than confessing. Khalas, confessing you're finished. He said, yes. So the judge was, he's mesmerized. Either he's mesmerized or he's frustrated. He doesn't know what to say after that. He said, you know what, let me ask you something. Why in God's name did you do it? What do you expect the answer? Wallah, literally, he said, because he's a kafir. How do you translate this? The judge said, what did he say? I said, I don't know what to say, Your Honor. He said, you are the interpreter. He said, hey son. The judge was like 70 years old. He said, son, you are the interpreter. You are here to interpret word for word. I said, Your Honor, I don't know how to put it because I'm ashamed. Because I am like this guy, but I don't know where this guy is coming from. He says, tell me, don't worry, tell me. He said, because he's an infidel. That's why I took his DVD. The judge said, damn it. Seriously? He said, yes, that's what he said. Look what he said. He is the bombshell. He's the bombshell. He said, tell this person if his religion and his culture allows him to do that in his country, it is not allowed in our country. This is a bombshell. You know, this is what makes you bury your head in the sand. And how many of these Muslims are around that gives us these bad names that makes, you know, the ratings of Fox News skyrocket? It's all about rating and sensationalism. Imagine if this guy was invited on Fox News. مصيبة. الله يسلمكم. تذكر المجمع وتذكر الإسلاميك سنتر of America وضبينا أغراضنا ورجعنا على البلاد. That's the fact, you know. But our responsibility, brothers and sisters, is to use this month of mercy, to use this month of consciousness in order to reclaim Islam from those that hijacked it. It is our responsibility. We should not allow these minority vocal groups to hijack the peaceful and moderate Islam of the silent majority. I say rise, rise, the silent majority, rise and reclaim your peaceful religion and your moderate faith and practice it in such a way that when people see you and observe you, they say how kind and beautiful the Muslim people are. You know, just by seeing you, they should not be frightened. On the contrary, when they see a girl or a woman in a scarf, they should feel so proud not only to treat her well, but to open every door in front of her. Out of respect, because they recognize she's a woman of value. She's a woman of principle. She's a woman that will not compromise her faith because she's been mistreated here and there or yelled at here and there. This is the opportunity. You are a scarfie. Yalla, it's not an attack on the scarfies, right? But it's because, you know, you are the visible bearers of the flag of Islam. And you know what? You should be so honored that Allah gave you the scarf to you and not to men, because Allah knew men were hopeless. Right? Sorry to the men counterparts. I'm a man too, right? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not know that women have more patience to withstand the heat, the pressures, the poking, the charging, He would not have given them that flag of honor to raise high in any community and in every society they live and they, grow in. But He gave it to you. How are you going to safeguard this honor and this amana, this trust? By abusing the one that abuses you? By charging at the one that charges at you? By frowning in the face of a teller at Walmart just because she had a hard day, and when your turn came, she started chucking your, your goods or your food away in the bag in such a way to make you feel that you are not wanted? What will you be? What will your reaction be, honestly? Imagine you are at Walmart and the teller is going, and she's telling you, man, I hate you. Right? I hate your guts. I hate the scarf you're wearing. I hate this tea towel. Isn't that what they call it? Right? And you know what? In response to all this anger, you turn towards that teller and tell her, you must have had a very hard day today. You know what? You are the most underpaid workers in America. I really feel for you. Bombshell. Huh? You know what? You're right. We are the most underpaid, man. Can you campaign for us? You diffuse the situation. You change it. But if you're going to sit there and say, you know what? Call your manager now. I want extra coupons for being mistreated today. Okay, we'll give you. Don't worry, Miss Spanish. It's all right, That's not the way. It's not about coupons. It's not about calling the manager and making a statement. You can make a statement without calling a manager by the way you refrain from reacting. I know it's not easy. Again, I emphasize. But how beautiful it is that the month of Ramadan comes to assume that opportunity, brothers and sisters. Of course, the brothers are not free from that. The brothers, when they drive down Warren Street, with the Fort Road, with the Michigan Avenue, or someone crosses them, wind down the windows, and the sign language starts flying left, right, and center. You know what? وسيف الإمام علي هالقد السيارة. It's moving from one end to another, And this guy is charging. This, you, American. All these big words. بعدين بقول طلع بالسيف عم بيروح كيف إمام؟ تمام كيف إمام؟ بعجبك. You think the Imam will be celebrating or rejoicing at this behavior? He won't. Definitely he won't. In fact, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq salawatullah wasalam has a beautiful statement. You know what he says? He said, act in a manner that reflects our teachings. For when people, listen to this hadith, brothers, please. When people observe the way you behave, look what they will say. فَيَقُولُونَ هَذَا جَعْفَرِيٌّ. Wallah, these are the literal words of Imam al-Sadiq salawatullah wasalam. فَيَقُولُونَ هَذَا جَعْفَرِيٌّ فَيَسُرُّنِي ذَلِكَ. Allahu Akbar. The Imam says, when people observe the way you are behaving, because you are following our true teachings, people will recognize that you are the followers of Ja'far, and they will say, this is a Ja'fari, this is a follower of Ja'far, and that makes me happy. But if you act contrary to this, this will make me sad and will force me to disassociate myself from you on the day of judgment. Can you imagine? Coming on the day of judgment and saying to Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, or to Imam Ali, or to Imam al-Ridha, or to Imam al-Kadhim, or to Imam al-Hassan, or to Imam al-Hussein, please intercede for me before God. And then these Imams say, no, sorry, what you behave and the way you behave made us disassociate ourselves from you on this day, because you were contrary to our teachings and contrary to what we expected